How do I get an LLC if I'm not a U.S. resident? It's actually not a problem. But first, I'm not your lawyer. I'm not your CPA. I'm just providing generally available information that you can find anywhere on the internet by doing your own research. I've already done that research over the past few years because I'm running this business, so I had to learn a lot. And so I'm just passing that along to you, but you should only use me as one source of information because your situation might be a little nuanced that I might not know about. Plus, I'm not just providing you any direct. What am I trying to say? I'm not telling you what to do. So make up your own mind, but just take a bunch of different resources and make your decision. Secondly, like, subscribe, follow, share with a friend, comment below. All that helps us. We're trying to battle multi-billion-dollar companies that have been in the business for much longer than us. We've got better tech, we've got better software, we've got better automations, better processes. Everything's better. We just are coming from the bottom. Started at the bottom, and now we're here. So let's get into it. How do you file an LLC as a non-U.S. resident? The U.S. actually doesn't care at all if you want to be an LLC and provide business through our great country. They are very open to it, unless you're from a handful of countries that kind of are blacklisted. But we won't go into those right now. So let's say you've got this little cottage as your home in, let's call that France. Let's say that it looks like France. You've got a chateau in France, and you want to drop ship in America. And you want to get an LLC. Well, that's where Better Legal comes in. Notice that this logo here is a B and an L. Bet you didn't know that. Spent a lot of time on that. But that's why we exist. So the question, this was a much longer question that I pulled from chat. By the way, you can always comment below or go to betterlegal.com and just ask a question. That's where I get these questions from, is from chat. And so, I don't have a lot of space right here to write the question. So I just kind of shorten it up. The real underlying question said, as a non-U.S. citizen, I don't have a local address, and it's demanding that I have a local address. Now, what it's kind of referring to is a registered agent. And so you need to have, in all 50 states, you need to have a local address for the state to send you compliance mail, service of process. Let's say you get sued. They need to have a local sheriff show up to a local address, and local means state. So like if you're in California, they need to send a California sheriff to serve you with a lawsuit. If your business is in Texas, they need to send you a Texas sheriff to serve you a lawsuit. And so a lot of times for non-U.S. citizens, foreigners get hung up on wanting to start a drop shipping business or just an Alibaba business, whatever, and they want to do it in the United States for many, many reasons, but there's this kind of hurdle of the address, the physical local address. We take care of that. That's one of the great reasons we exist, is to provide that local address. We've got an address in all 50 states where we collect mail and email it to you. So someone comes into our office or our partner's office, they serve the lawsuit, take the lawsuit, scan it, and then we email it to you with the information that we have on file. So it's really not that hard to file as a foreigner. You just go to Better Legal from your internet. You're probably up here on the internet right there, and you go to betterlegal.com. This is an arrow. Yikes. You go to betterlegal.com, you fill it out, you have us be your registered agent, and that will be how you get around that problem. And then your main principal office address and those things can be, from where you are, wherever you live in the world. If you need a physical address for the other pieces, we can also have our registered agent address be your main principal office address. You just need to ask us in chat, and we'll take care of that for you. Or you just write it down in the filing notes when you're checking out. The only other thing that is an issue is getting an EIN. So because you don't have a social security number, which is our kind of tax ID, because you don't have a tax ID to get an EIN, you have to have a social security number to get an EIN. Since you don't have that, you have to first obtain an ITIN, ITIN, an international traveler an international tax identification number. So an ITIN, ITIN, international tax identification number. This is the equivalent to a American citizen's social security number. So once you have your ITIN, you can get your EIN, and that's it. So that's the long and short of it. If this was helpful, please like, subscribe, comment below, share with a friend. Get an LLC from us. That's all I really want, is to help you grow your business by providing you the most affordable, fastest LLC complete formation that you can have. Additionally, since we're talking on this subject, there are a lot more things that are necessary than just an LLC filing. You need the EIN that I just mentioned. You need the legal documents, because to open a bank account, the bank's going to want to know who owns the business. They're going to need to know who owns the business, and that person is not from North Korea or Iran. So they need those legal documents, and we provide those for that one affordable fee. Secondly, we have a banking partner that will set up a bank for you, even though you are not a local U.S. citizen. One of the big problems with banks in the United States for a small business, if you're a foreigner, is that you have to physically walk into the bank to start your business. They have a get to know your business rule, or get to know your customer rule, where lots of older banks are just really, it's almost like they don't want business. And so you walk in, they grill you, and then they open your bank account. And if you live somewhere else in the world, you can't walk into a bank. So we have a banking partner that we can send you to that will open a bank account for you by just doing some research on the internet about you. So yeah, that is it. See you next time.